Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is April 30th. On this day in 1852, the town of New Harmony, Indiana was struck by a tornado that took a similar path to the famous Tri-State tornado of 1925. Due to the sparse settlement, this tornado killed 16 people versus the 695 people the Tri-State tornado of 1925 killed. On this day in 1909, an F2 tornado moved 30 miles through parts of the Georgia counties of Haralson, Polk, Paulding, and Bartow. The tornado killed 7 people in homes in Felton, 5 others south and east of Rockmart, and 1 more south of Cartersville in a home. 40 other people were injured along the path. On this day in 1924, it was the back half of a 2-day tornado outbreak that affected the southern United States. The tornadoes caused 114 fatalities and at least 1,166 injuries, mostly in the Carolinas. In South Carolina alone, 76 were killed, along with 16 in Georgia and 13 in Alabama. Deadly tornadoes touched down from Oklahoma and Arkansas to Virginia. The deadliest tornado was a long-lived tornado family that caused F4 damage in rural portions of South Carolina. This tornado alone left 53 dead and at least 534 injured. That tornado was the deadliest ever recorded in the state of South Carolina and is one of the longest tracks observed in the state, having traveled 105 miles, while some sources list a total path length of 135 miles, including the segment in Florence County. This is now believed to have been a separate F3 tornado. On this day in 1953, 6 tornadoes moved through portions of central Georgia. They all had path lengths no more than around 5 miles. The worst tornado was an F4 that only had a path length of a mile and 333 yards in Warner Robins, Georgia, but caused 18 fatalities and 300 injuries. According to Thomas Grazoulis, most of the 18 deaths were in families of Air Force personnel living housing projects. The tornado, along with 100-plus mile-per-hour winds, destroyed 275 apartment units, 65 houses, and 25 trailers. Heavy damage was done to 84 apartment units and 135 houses. Extensive destruction and damage was done to many other structures and property. Pieces of property were thrown high in the air and scattered a half a mile or more from the main path of the storm. 600 families were affected by this tornado. On this day in 1987, thunderstorms developed along a cold front and produced severe weather in Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, and Montana. Thunderstorms produced wind gusts to 100 miles per hour in Lincoln County, Idaho, Mineral County, Montana, and Sanders County, Montana. Across the central and southeastern United States, 23 cities reported record high temperatures for the date. Memphis, Tennessee recorded the highest temperature of the day with a record high of 94 degrees. On this day in 1988, high winds were produced in the southwestern United States by a cold front. In southwestern Utah, winds gusting to 90 miles per hour downed power lines and caused damage to trees and outbuildings. The high winds also downed power lines in Nevada and completely knocked out power in the town of Henderson. On this day in 1989, severe weather was produced in central and eastern Texas by thunderstorms. Hail 3 inches in diameter was reported in Cool, and thunderstorm wind gusts reached 80 miles per hour in Hillsboro. For the first time on record, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma went through the whole month of April without any thunderstorms. On this day in 1990, severe weather was produced in the late afternoon and evening hours in southern Virginia and the Carolinas by thunderstorms. In Chesnee, South Carolina, thunderstorms produced tennis ball-sized hail. Thunderstorms moved over the Chesapeake Bay, flooded U.S. Highway 50 on Kent Island in Maryland, where several inches of water resulted in a 17-mile-long traffic jam. On this day in 2010, a destructive multi-day tornado outbreak that lasted until May 2nd across a large portion of the southern United States began. The tornadoes caused 5 fatalities, 1 in Arkansas, 1 in Tennessee, and 3 in Mississippi. The tornadoes injured 23 other people. The tornado outbreak was overshadowed by the 2010 Tennessee floods, which began the next day and caused 31 fatalities. The outbreak produced 60 tornadoes, the strongest of which were 3 EF3s. One of these EF3s took a 20-mile path through the Arkansas counties of Conway and Van Buren and caused a fatality and 15 injuries. The deadliest was an EF3 on May 2nd that caused 3 fatalities along a 29.5-mile path through portions of Mississippi and Tennessee. In Benton County, Mississippi, 11 homes were destroyed, 6 suffered major damage, and 23 suffered minor damage. A transmission tower collapsed and was severely twisted. In Tippah County, Mississippi, numerous homes were damaged and 5 were destroyed. In Hardin County, Tennessee, 2 mobile homes and a house were destroyed, 13 homes suffered major damage, and 5 houses and 2 mobile homes suffered minor damage. The tornado dissipated in McNairy County, Tennessee. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos I have been posted on this channel. And please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.